All right, welcome back. J-Mac had a good weekend. He and I do not. We just look at different games. I took some dogs who often have fleas. I took like the Raiders. I'm betting on it. Miami. I think Miami at home. I'm surprised getting 4.5.
Do you even know if Brock Bowers is playing, by the way, for the Raiders? I mean,
they're running the ball.
Miami's crazy. I mean, going against Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert.
It's not who's going to win. It's picking the winner. I picked the Chargers to win. It's who's going to cover.
I mean, you know some of these guys off a loss. You think Jim Harbaugh, he's tearing off the paint in that locker room.
All right.
After that loss, man.
Let's do it. Tomorrow's headlines today. We predict the outcome, the headlines. Let's start week 6. Let's start with second-year quarterback Drake May.
Well, this is your guy. You called the Patriots your team of destiny this summer. I was a little dubious. However, they look good. The headline for Patriots Saints will be Boston Tea Party Animal. Paint swap bourbon for brew for bourbon. I like the Patriots here big time. Colin, this is one of these, I know everybody wants to fade New England, right? Hey, they just beat Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. They're not that good. They're going to fade against the Saints. I think this Christian Gonzalez addition to the defense, he's so good. I looked up the numbers, Colin. He's played in the last 2 weeks. They've had 7 targets at Gonzalez. He's allowed 3 catches. That's it. He's a lockdown corner. So you put him on Olave, right? And he follows him around. Where's Spencer Rattler going? The tight end issue's murky. I think Vrabel locks up Spencer Rattler in that Saints offense. And if the Saints don't get 5 turnovers last week, they lose to the Giants. Remember, they were down 14-6 early, Colin. I think the Patriots win here, cover 3.5. I like them kind of big.
All right. Tomorrow's headlines today. So this one I stayed away from because I think Stefanski's good. I think the Steelers are a little overvalued. I don't love the number. Browns at the Steelers. I know what you're cooking on this one.
Well, you're supposed to take Mike Tomlin when he's an underdog.
That's right.
He's that rah-rah guy, gets everybody fired up. They're big favorites here, but for a reason. The headline for Steelers-Browns will be small price to pay. Gabriel can't reach first win. I know you like banging on small quarterbacks. This is a tough spot, Colin. Unbelievable stat for you. Mike Tomlin at home against first-year quarterbacks, 16-1. He dominates these young guys, throws all these wrinkles at him. And, oh, by the way, Tomlin's off a bye. Any idea how he's done off a bye, Colin? Mike Tomlin, last 5 years off a bye, 5-0, straight up against the spread. You go back 8 years, 8-0. Essentially, he's Andy Reid off a bye. The guy uses his week to game plan. He's not like Belichick vacationing in the cod with his young girlfriend. Tomlin's locked in. I think Dillion Gabriel's in a real tough spot here. And I mentioned the spot because they played in London, had to travel back to the U.S., then have to travel. It's not a big trip, though, to Pittsburgh. Steelers are rested off a bye, sleeping in their own beds. There's a reason this number is creeping up. I like Pittsburgh here. And if Aaron Rodgers doesn't deliver, I'll be very shocked. I think Steelers win this by double digits.
Tomorrow's headlines today. Cardinals at the Colts. Well, Colts are better and going to win the game. By how much?
Yeah, we have some breaking news. Kyler Murray is at practice today. He missed the last 2 days with a foot injury. I personally don't think it matters. The headline for Cardinals Colts will be the hoof is on fire. Give me the Colts here, Colin, big time. I mean, listen, I'm done doubting Daniel Jones and Steichen, right? I mean, we've seen enough data.
Yeah.
They're good. They went toe-to-toe with the Rams. I mean, in a spot last week against the Raiders where you're like, oh, maybe it's a win. They beat them 40-6. And some of the numbers for Arizona, Colin, they've lost 3 straight by 3 or fewer points. At some point, how much does that creep into your head? Damn, we keep losing these close games. They led by 14 in the fourth quarter against Tennessee. And
they had San Francisco beat in the Bay.
So you know who else led by 14 last week and blew it was the Philadelphia Eagles. What happened to them the following week? They didn't look, from the jump, they just looked kind of defeated and slow. I worry this could be another blowout. The line currently is 7. This Colts team's for real. Jonathan Taylor, by the way, leads the NFL in rushing.
Yeah.
Cardinals have not given up a 100-yard rusher. If Taylor breaks a couple off, what do we got here? I think Gannon's in some trouble. I know it's a big favorite, and I'm going 3 favorites to start here, but give me the Colts.
Now, these big favorites have not done well.
They have not. That's also true.
Rams over the Niners. Bills crushing the Saints. Tomorrow's headlines today. Bucks hosting the Niners. Half of San Francisco's not playing. I'm not touching this thing. Yeah. You're going to go all in on
So sometimes, you end up fading a team week after week thinking, oh, they're not good at smoke and mirrors. That's me with Tampa Bay. The headline for San Francisco, Tampa Bay will be counting calories. Shanahan closes down bakery. I got the Niners here beating Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
I know it's risky. It's dumb. It's probably going to be Mac Jones. My big concern for San Fran is this defense without Bosa. Colin, 2 weeks, toothless, not getting to the quarterback, can't do anything. I mean, they openly were talking this week. Yeah, we're probably going to look at adding a defensive edge rusher. They need one. And if Baker's got time in the pocket, it could be a problem for the Niners. But why would you doubt Shanahan at this point, right? We both did last week. We got kicked in the teeth. I mean, feels to me like a big Christian McCaffrey game. The back end of the Tampa defense, not great. Sam Darnold, didn't you say he was like perfect last week? He was like, it missed like 4 incompletions or something. Listen, Mac Jones can deliver. I'll take the 3 with the Niners.
Lions at the Chiefs. Finally, let's wrap it up. Week 6. Tomorrow's headlines today. Listen, I thought Kansas City played great against Jacksonville. Patrick Mahomes did not see Devin Lloyd and paid a price. But I think Kansas City's, I stayed away from this game because I think Kansas City, even though I have Detroit as the #1 team in the league, it's at Arrowhead. I think Kansas City's going to win.
So we talked about it earlier in the week, and I was like, I think Lions, right? I don't know, Colin. You start drilling down on that Detroit resume. They hit #1 in the herd hierarchy. The headline for Chiefs Lions will be Boxers or Chiefs. KC stops the Lions streak. I'm going with the Chiefs. I don't like them this season, but I like them here. Colin, I looked at all these results since that loss to the Packers in the opener. They crushed the Bears at home, Detroit did. That's nothing special, 50 points, whatever. They also crushed Jake Browning, who's now been benched for Joe Flacco. They also crushed Cleveland in Detroit. Cleveland not good on the road. And that win over Baltimore, which looked amazing, all of a sudden Baltimore can't stop anybody because of the injuries. So maybe the Lions' resume is not as great as we think it is. And oh, by the way, 2 starting defensive backs, Terrion Arnold and Kirby Joseph, both not practicing this week. Now you're going up against Worthy, Tyquan Thornton. I think the Chiefs are the side here, Colin. You are looking at me like you don't like this pick.
Well, I think the Chiefs are the side. I think, and I actually, I mean, listen, the Steelers are the side with the Browns. I've just watched 3 or 4 of these divisional games that look like locks go the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, not just not covering, losing. Rams getting thrown around, Eagles losing badly. I think of all your picks. I think Browns at the Steelers. I think Patriots will beat the Saints. I don't think the Saints are going to score much. I just think it's very low scoring.
Matchup to watch in Chiefs-Lions is Hutchinson, who's a superstar, going up against the rookie, Josh Simmons, remember the Ohio State kid? We heard, he's so
he
good.
got hurt, and so he dropped to the bottom of the first round.
Right. So this will be the big test for him against Hutchinson. If he can show out, that's a great sign. And oh, by the way, Rashee Rice coming back soon. If the Chiefs win this one, they're probably going to the playoffs. If they lose, I think that's your show opener on Monday. Kansas City 2-4.
Was surprised you didn't take Seattle.
The injuries on defense, I can't. I mean, I can't do it. And I love me some Jaguars this year. I have a futures bet on them to win the division, so I'm kind of rooting for them every week.